the conversation you need to have with yourself right now. I want you to stop whatever you are doing and give me the next few minutes. Not because this video is going to entertain you, not because it is going to make you feel good, but because there is a conversation that most people spend their entire lives avoiding, the honest one, the uncomfortable one, the one that requires you to sit across from yourself without excuses, without justifications, and without the carefully constructed story you have been telling the world about why your life looks the way it does. And today we are having that conversation. The first thing you need to say to yourself is this: you already know what is wrong, and you have known for a long time, because deep down underneath all the noise, all the distractions, and all the busyness you have been using to avoid stillness, there is a voice that has been trying to get your attention for months, maybe years. And that voice is not your anxiety, and it is not your fear, it is your truth. And truth does not get louder when you ignore it, it just gets heavier, and you have been carrying that weight for long enough. The second thing you need to say to yourself is that the story you have been telling about why things have not changed is no longer good enough, because every reason you have given, the timing, the resources, the people who did not show up, the circumstances that were not in your favor, every single one of those reasons may have been real, and every single one of them may have been genuinely difficult, but they have also been genuinely convenient. And the moment you stop being honest about how convenient your excuses have been is the moment you stop being the author of your own story and become the victim of someone else's instead. The third thing you need to say to yourself is that you have been half living, and I do not mean that as an insult, I mean it as an observation. Because most people are not fully living their life or fully abandoning it. They are hovering somewhere in the middle, doing just enough to feel like they are trying without doing enough to actually change anything.
Staying comfortable.
Enough that the pain of staying is bearable but uncomfortable. Enough that the desire for something better never completely disappears. And that space in the middle is the most dangerous place a person can live because it is quiet. Enough to mistake for peace when it is actually just the absence of courage. The fourth thing you need to say to yourself is that time is moving, whether you are ready or not, and this is the thing that most people understand intellectually but have never truly felt in their body, because if you really felt it, if you truly understood that every day that passes is a day permanently removed from the total, that the people you love are getting older, that the window for certain dreams is not open forever, that the version of your life you keep postponing has an expiry date. You would not spend another week the way you spent the last one, and the urgency you have been waiting to feel is not coming from outside of you. It has to be generated from within, and it has to start right now. The fifth thing you need to say to yourself is that you are more capable than you have been acting. And this is perhaps the most important sentence in this entire conversation, because the gap between what you are capable of and what you are currently producing is not a gap of talent, not a gap of opportunity, not a gap of intelligence, it is a gap of belief. And belief is the one resource that does not require money, connections, or perfect circumstances to access. It only requires a decision. And the decision is simply this: to take yourself seriously for the first time. Not occasionally, not when things are going well, not when you feel inspired, but consistently, permanently, and unconditionally. The sixth thing you need to say to yourself is that the people you are waiting for permission from are never going to give it to you, because the validation you have been seeking from your family, from your friends, from the world is built on a foundation of their own fears, their own limitations, and their own definition of what is possible, and their permission will always be filtered through the lens of what they believe is achievable for themselves, which means it will never be big enough for what you are actually capable of, and the only permission that has ever mattered is the one you give yourself. The seventh thing you need to say to yourself, and this is the one that changes everything if you actually hear it, is that you are not running out of time to build the life you want, but you are running out of time to keep pretending that you will start later, because later is the most expensive word in the human language. It has cost more dreams, more potential, and more unlived lives than any failure or any obstacle ever has. And the version of you that starts today imperfectly, uncertainly, and without everything figured out will always end up further than the version of you that waited for a better moment that was never going to arrive. So here's what this conversation ends with. Not a list of things to do, not a 5-step plan, not a morning routine, just a single question that I want you to sit with after this video ends. And the question is this: if nothing in your life changes in the next 5 years, if you are sitting exactly where you are right now having this exact same conversation with yourself 5 years from today, what will that cost you? And is the comfort you are protecting right now worth that price? Because I believe it is not. And I believe that somewhere, underneath everything, you have been telling yourself, you know that too, and that knowing is not a burden. It is the beginning, it is the spark. It is the moment right before everything shifts. And what you do with this moment is entirely and completely up to you. Go have the conversation, and if this reached something real inside you today, then like this video, subscribe to Mind Unspoken, follow for more, and drop a comment below with your honest answer to that final question, because the people in this community are not here to perform growth. They are here to actually do it. And your answer might be exactly what someone else needs to read today.